Hello, my friend. I'm so excited to share with you today something different. We're going to talk about retirement today. Specifically, how do you calculate your contribution? How much money is that actually going to come out of your paycheck so that you can maximize your contribution for the year and make sure that you take full advantage of the full amount set by the IRS. As you probably noticed, we have inflation going on, so the government increases that bar every single year. Right now, 2023, the total 401k contribution is $22,500. Next year in 2024, it's going to be $23,000. That means you as an employee can contribute $23,000 every single year for the whole year. Now, what we're gonna do is first, we're gonna start a new sheet and do a little bit of math on that because it's not that complicated, but I feel like most of us don't really know how to do it exactly, or perhaps don't prioritize doing this calculation. And since the year is about to start in less than 2 months, I think it's important to review this and make these plans ahead of time so that the first paycheck that is going to be paid out to you in January already reflects these changes. So I'm going to name this Retirement 2024. And so we have here total 2024 contribution, $23,000. Perfect. First thing, very, very simple. Assuming that you are paid bi-weekly like the majority, that means 26 payments. So we need to calculate how much money does this $23,000 look like out of each paycheck. So we're going to put here, paycheck contribution is this divided by 26. So in order to maximize your 401k contribution out of every paycheck, $885 has to go towards it every single paycheck. And this is a lot. I know it's a lot. Now we know we have to contribute $885. Okay, how do we actually calculate? One of the most important determining factors in your calculation will be your income, because depending on how much money you make, a percentage of it needs to be the $885. The more money you make, the less percentage it will be to meet this $885. So I'm going to take a couple of examples for different income brackets. Let's say first income is $100,000. How do we calculate what percentage is the $23,000? So it's very simple. I like to do this triangle formula that works every single time. It's very, very simple. In case you think about percentages and decimals and divisions and 100 and how do I put that? It's very, very easy. You have to align them. Think about it visually. Dollar under dollar, percentage under percentage. So I have $100,000, which represents 100%. And then I have $23,000, which represents X. So now a little bit of math lesson here, right? Okay, so how do we calculate X? Our X, which is the percentage that we need, is going to be the $23,000 multiplied by the 100. So the 23,000 multiplied by 100 divided by 100,000. Which I know seems very, very easy. So what does this 23 mean? This is 23%. So the maximum contribution, the $23,000, if you make $100,000, is 23% of your paycheck. So what this means is the 23% needs to be set aside from every single paycheck towards your 401k contribution. Next example, let's take some less round numbers. Let's assume 2024 you have $115,000 income expectancy. So let's calculate what percentage of your income do you need to set aside to maximize your contributions. So the formula is the same. You're going to take the 23,000 multiplied by 100 and then you divide it by 115,000. So 20% of every paycheck will now have to go towards your 401k in order to maximize your contribution. What does that look like? I like to know the numbers. What does the 20% look like? It's the same every single time because the total 23,000 is the same. So to maximize it, you still have to divide by 26. So no matter how much you make, to maximize, you still need to put aside 885. It's just that the percentage is lower if you make more. Higher income, lower percentage. Lower income, higher percentage. And now let's take an example with a lot less income. Let's say your income for the year is $60,000. What percentage of the $60,000 do you need to set aside to get to that $885 a paycheck, which is going to be a lot? Same formula. What's important is that you contribute anything. Just start with 1%, start at 2%, increase it every year. At least this gives you a guide to have a target in mind. Where do you need to get? I'd love to hear any feedback that you have on these calculations. Are you maxing out your 401k retirement contribution? Are you participating at all? Share down below and let me know. Also, don't forget the link to the income formula. I'm going to share it below for you. It's a free guide and it shows you the formula that I use to make sure that I save every single paycheck and that I break free from the paycheck to paycheck cycle. If you like this video, you're going to like the next one where I talk about how to break the paycheck to paycheck cycle. I'll see you there next.